Hello, my name is Gary, and you're watching another video of Decoing Zeepkist. Well, this time it's not just decoing, it's actually also track building, because this time the track itself is also integral to the deco. Now this track is actually made for ZSL. For those of you who don't know, ZSL stands for Zeepkist Super League. It's basically a tournament that consists of two parts. First is a level creation contest, and the second part is the actual racing, where 15 tracks are selected from all the tracks created, and then people will race on them to see who's the best and who wins that race. It's a simplified explanation, but that's generally it. I rarely make tracks for ZSL nowadays because I don't have the time for it, but every now and then I do make a ZSL track when I feel like it. In this case the theme was beginner, and I couldn't really pass it up because beginner is a bit of my specialty. But that's also the main reason why this video is a bit longer than normal, because I also include building the track itself. Now, because this track is a beginner track, I wanted to revise an old theme I used back in, 2023, I believe, maybe 2024, when I wanted to make a easy track. And that's why I called this track Blokkendoos, which I don't know if there is a direct translation for that. It's basically a toy box with building blocks, primarily building blocks, but yeah, I don't really think there is a direct translation for that. Back when I made regular ZSL tracks, I kind of lost my passion for that, so I stopped doing them regularly eventually, and at some point I stopped actually building Zeepkist tracks, and I have been picking it up again because, well, I do enjoy making tracks. And this is not a dig against Zeepkist. Zeepkist is a really great game, but everyone has a moment when you feel like you've played something too much or you've done something too much. It's the same with writing, and that's, I believe, where writing block comes from. You constantly keep writing, doing the same things, trying to find the right words or whatever, and eventually you just stop enjoying it, and at that point you should do something else. It's not that I can't focus on one thing, it's mostly because if I do one thing constantly, I stop enjoying it, and I want to keep making Zeepkist tracks because I enjoy it. But there might be a time when I stop uploading new Zeepkist track videos because I just don't want to get burned out of making Zeepkist tracks like I did a while ago. And it also doesn't mean that I won't do anything else. I mean, I still do writing, I still do other things, and maybe I might do other kinds of videos. I don't know. Maybe I'll even do modding videos. That's something that I really like to do. Maybe not something I'm really good at, but yeah. For example, I considered streaming myself making a game in RPG Maker, because around this time there's a RPG Maker game jam. I eventually decided not to participate because it's an obligation and I don't want to get burned out of RPG Maker as well. But yeah, that's just how life goes. Sometimes you do something for a long time and then suddenly you stop enjoying it. And that's okay, that's just how hobbies are. once a hobby starts to be not enjoyable, it stops being a hobby and it starts being work, and I don't want that. And that's why I don't often program anymore, because I do programming for a living. It's fun when it's at work. It stops being fun when you do it at work and at home. And that's why I don't do a lot of programming lately in my private time. I do want to make a game. I do need to find a good balance between programming in my free time and doing other things in my free time, because, well, I still need to enjoy doing these things. But on another topic of being burned out, there is a good reason why I specialize in making easy tracks, in beginner-friendly tracks, and that's mainly because of something a streamer called Ronan once talked about. It wasn't just him, but it basically boiled down to people making super hard tracks, raising the bar for a lot of people. Not just for racers who maybe felt that they needed to have a certain skill level to enjoy playing the game, but also for track builders who felt pressured to live up to these hard standards. And that's why he called for a lot more beginner-friendly stages. And, well, I'm not a good Zeepkist player, but I do enjoy building Zeepkist tracks, and that's why I wanted to specialize in easy tracks that I could finish, but also tracks other people could finish, because while I'm not a great Zeepkist player, my skill level is still high enough that some people might struggle with some of my tracks. So the general take is, whenever you find that something you used to enjoy you don't enjoy anymore, just take a break from it. It's okay to take a break from it. You can always pick it back up, or, well, you can always find another hobby that you will enjoy. But yeah, this is basically the track. It's a simple track, it's easy, there aren't any really hard parts. I mean, this part is a bit fast, but it's doable. And the one jump that's in it is pretty much easy because I had a wide landing area. So if you veer a bit to the left or to the right, it's okay because you will likely make the jump. After that is a simple wall ride section that not many will fail. It's not the easiest, but also not the hardest. A beginner can do it. So yeah, this video is a bit different. I didn't talk about the building process. I don't think I need to repeat it every time. But nevertheless, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you do, leave a comment, leave a like, maybe subscribe. And as always, see you again soon. And until next time.